Your insanely rich husband took you to a private island. I said insane for a reason. He's crazy about you. He's only seen your face once and wants you all to himself. You just run away from him and he's chasing you. Your breathing is really heavy, but you try to keep calm so he won't hear your breathing and catch you. You start to hear some noise in the grass, as if something moving towards you. He found you. You start to run even faster, but somehow he catches up to you and pins you against a tree. You try to scream, but the way he feels is so good. After a few minutes, he pulls back. You realize what you did and cover your mouth. He laughs. Don't be so shy, my love. He touches your face and moves your hair out of your face. You are so beautiful, he says in a deep but soft whisper. I have to have you. I need you right here, right now. He says as he starts to. You watch as he removes his shirt, revealing his full of scars. You look far away past him, but he puts his hands against a tree. No, is all he says before you try to push him away, but he is too strong and holds you there. Why are you acting like this? He asked. Because you are insane. I don't even know you, he makes his dark eyes going deep into your soul. You are breathing heavily as he removes your. Let's not make this difficult, okay? Or may I have to use ropes and tie your hands to a branch? You gasp in horror. Now move your hand. You stand there, staring at him. He stands there so passionately. But you know he isn't. I don't want to. You manage to say, we are here to have fun. He steps back, grinning. We shall play a game. A game? He nods. I will let you run again. Hide. Like hide and seek, and if I find you, he cracks his neck. I will do what I want, even if you're screaming. No one will hear you. No one is here but us. You think about it. Hiding on a huge island with many places to hide. What if I don't? Then we continue here. I will be nice. How long do I have to hide? He paused to think. Until sunrise, and it is 8 p.m. What is your decision? I choose to hide. This is risky, but I am great at hiding. He moves far away and looks at the water. You start running. Even though this island is huge, you don't know where to hide. You search around. It feels as if it has been 10 minutes. You soon find a house that is a light of the card. You crawl under it and go to the darkest area, putting your knees to your chest. You hide in a dark. It kind of spook out. You don't know what is around you or how close he is. You slow your breathing, you have to wait until sunrise. Wine over. It is only us on this island. What if he is lying? He has to be. I'm stuck here. You hear leaf rustling behind you and you freeze. 10 minutes already. No, you see his feet walk by and he is saying a chant. Wine had always envisioned her life to be simple and fulfilling. A successful doctor at a prestigious hospital, she dedicated her days to serving lives and her nights to dreaming about. Did she know her life was about to be turned upside down by one of the most powerful men in the business world, Kim Tae-young? Tae-young, a cold and ruthless CEO, had built his empire with an irony faced to the world. He was heartless, calculative, and dangerously ambitious. Yet behind his tail, his parents, they had forced him into a marriage with multiple women to secure the company's legacy. These wives, though chosen by his parents, meant nothing to him. Tang had never been able to love them or anyone until he met Wan. Their paths crossed in the most unlikely of places, a charity event at a hospital where Wan worked. Tang was there for a photo opportunity, a way to soften his ruthless image. Wan, busy with her patient, had no time for the glitz and glamour. Dr. Wan, a voice called, Mr. Kim Tang would like to meet you. Wan turned surprised to see the infamous CEO standing before her. His presence was intimidating, his gaze piercing. Miss Wan, I have heard a lot about your work, Tang said, his voice cold yet complaining. Thank you, Mr. Kim, Wan replied politely, though she felt a shiver run down her spine. Little did she know this encounter was the beginning of a relentless pursuit. Taeyang, captivated by her grace and dedication, Taeyang's obsession with Wan grew. With each passing day, he admired her from far, studying her every move, her kindness, and her unwavering strength. Unlike his wife, who were mere pawns in his parents' game, Wan was different. She was real, unattainable, and that made Taeyang want her even more. One evening, as Wan was leaving the hospital, she was greeted by Taeyang's imposing figure. He stepped out of his sleek black car, his eyes locked onto Wan. Miss Wan, we need to talk, he stated firmly. Wan hesitated but nodded. They dropped to a nearby restaurant where Taeyang had reserved a private dinner room. I'm going to be straightforward, Taeyang began, his tone as cold as ever. I want to marry me. Wan blinked, taken back by his bluntness. Excuse me, you heard me. Marry me, and you will have everything you have ever wanted. Money, power, status, whatever you desire. Wan shook her head, disbelief and anger bubbling her. You can't be serious. Marriage isn't a business deal, Mr. Kim. For me it is, but with you it's different. I need you, Wan. Despite her initial refusal, Taeyang's persistence was unrelenting. He used every tactic in his arsenal, charm, treats, and even promises of funding for the hospital. Wan found herself trapped, unable to escape his dominating influence. One fateful night, Taeyang showed up at her doorsteps, a marriage contract in hand. Sign this and we will be married. Refuse and I will make sure the hospital suffers. Tears of frustration welled up in Wan's eyes. She had no choice. For the sake of her patients and her colleagues, she signed a contract. The wedding was cold, business-like affair, devoid of love or warmth. Taeyang's wife, though legally bound to him, watched with indifferent eyes. They knew the score. They were mere decoration in his life, and now married life with Taeyang was anything but blissful. He remained as heartless as ever, treating Wan with a mix of indifference and control. He kept his wife at a distance, never allowing them into his heart or life. When, despite her soft, caring nature, struggled to adapt to her new reality, she continued her work at a hospital, finding solace in her patient and colleagues. But every night she returned to a cold, loveless mansion where Tang's presence loomed. Yet beneath his icy exterior, Tang was fighting his own battles. He had never felt anything for his wife, but with Wine it was different. He found himself drawn to earth, yearning for her warmth and kindness. It was a new, unsettling feeling. Tang's wife were as diverse as they were indifferent to their husband. Each had a unique story, a different reason for their cold. So he, the first wife, was refined and elegant woman, forced into a marriage to secure a merger between her family's company and Tang's. She had always maintained a dignified distance. Minji, the second wife, was a fierce and independent businesswoman. Her marriage to Tang was a strategic move to solidify her own company's standing. She respected Tang's business acumen but harbored no personal affection for him. Hygiene, the third wife, was the youngest and the most fragile. Her marriage was a desperate attempt to her parents to escape financial ruin. She spent most of her time isolated, finding solace in her books. Despite their indifference too, they shared a mutual understanding and subtle solidarity. Bound by the fate, they watched Vine's arrival with a mix of curiosity and sympathy, knowing she was yet another victim of the heartless CEO's relentless ambition. One stormy night, Tian came home drenched and exhausted. Wine, despite their strained relationship, couldn't help but feel concerned. She brought him a towel and a hot drink. Why do you care? Tian asked, his voice laced with bitterness. Because despite everything, you are my husband, Wine replied softly. Something in her words broke through Tian's icy face. For the first time, he felt a flicker of warmth in his cold heart. He realized that he had fallen in love with Wine more